Hey Ethan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Of course. So we have a few members of our local media here to talk to you.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Hey, this is Jordan Rodriguez with The Athletic. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We can't see you, so can you sort of set the scene for us? How'd you get the call and where and who's with you?
Yeah, so I was sitting in my living room. I had my parents, my kicking coach, my little sister, my grandfather, and a couple of my mom's friends. We were all just sitting around the TV, waiting patiently. I had gotten a few calls saying, hey, if nothing happens in the draft, we'd love to take you as a free agent. And right after I got off one of the phone calls, Rams called and said, hey, we're picking you. And then the roof of the house got blown off and my parents came to the top of
Had you had a lot of contact with the special teams coaches? I know they were kind of on the circuit this spring trying to get an evals on guys.
So yes, ma'am. Chase Blackburn was actually he actually came to my pro day and took me out to dinner the night before pro day and just kind of sat me down and ran me through the situation that was going on in LA. And then afterwards, we'd spoken a few times after pro day. And then we texted earlier this week. He was just kind of wishing me the best of luck. And then the next time we spoke was today.
How do you like that kind of an opportunity? Coming into a team that had no other punters on the roster.
I think it's really cool. It kind of gives me and the other specialists a chance that will come in to kind of build our own legacy. I mean, I know a few years ago they did that with Johnny Hecker and Greg Zerline, and obviously that worked out very well for them. So I'm excited to get to work and build our own legacy and just try to be the best special teams that we can.
It's going to be a challenge going from D2 to the NFL. Are you excited about the opportunity to raise the stakes and take this next step in your career?
Oh, absolutely. That was my main goal when I went to Wingate. There's only about 3,000 students on campus, but I kind of made it my goal saying, hey, one school took a shot on me. That's all I need. And I just kind of worked as hard as I could to the point where I felt like I had the abilities to make it in the NFL, and just kept my head down and kept grinding through the 3.5 years I was at Wingate. And, honestly, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I love Coach Reich and the whole coach staff at Wingate. They gave me opportunities to showcase what I could do, and it was just a blast. And so blessed that they were the school that gave me the shot.
Forgive me for not knowing this, but is there a possibility you're the first player drafted out of Wingate, or is that?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
So I think I can't remember the exact year, but we had a cornerback that was drafted.
Got it.
And he played with Cincinnati.
Got it. Thank you. And then how would you describe your punting game, and what are they looking for you in terms of technique and what they need from you for their coverage units?
For me, and me and Chase have discussed this as well, with me being only 21 years old, I'm one of the youngest players in the draft, so I'm still not even really at my peak. So we're excited to see, keep my technique pretty much the same, maybe shorten the steps up just a little bit more. But we're excited to just keep my steps the same and just let my body mature more and just see where my upper ceiling is, because we both know that I haven't even touched it yet. So we're just excited to see where we'll go from there.
Ethan, this is Stu Jackson with TheRams.com. I saw you had experience not only with punting, but obviously handling kickoffs as well.
Yes, sir.
I guess why did you also take on those duties, and what do you like about being able to do both of those things?
Yes, sir. So when I was actually coming out of high school, I was mainly just a pure kickoff specialist. I never really punted in high school. I did in high school, but it wasn't really my main objective, I guess. It was more field goals and kickoffs. So when I came into Wingate, I was already the starting kickoff specialist. And Coach Wright looked at me and said, I can see you being a really good punter. And then he made me the starting punter my freshman year. And my freshman year was okay. But after that season, I kind of backed off from kickoffs and place kicking and just focused more on punting. And then eventually got to the point where my punting became better than my kickoffs. But kickoffs have always been my main first love. Kicking. I mean, I was a soccer player for 15 years, something like that, and I was the goalie, so I just love running up and just kicking the crap out of the ball. So.
Hey, Ethan, so this might tell us a lot about Chase, and it might tell us a lot about you. Where did he take you to
Yes,
dinner,
ma'am.
and what'd you order?
Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the place. I wish I could, but it was Honey something in downtown Raleigh. And I'm from the mountains of North Carolina, so I'm not used to these like big fancy restaurants that we were going to. I got some kind of like beef, but it was so good. Oh my goodness, it was good. I forget what Chase got. I think Chase may have got the same thing I did. I can't really remember. It was kind of all a blur at those 2 days I was at Pro Day. I was just kind of focused on kicking the ball, and Chase could have took me to McDonald's. I wasn't care. But no, I wish I could tell y'all, but I cannot remember the name of that place. Chase might remember it though.
Thanks, dude.
Go, no, you go.
Ethan, how much time have you spent in Southern California?
Oh, I actually flew out there for the first time in February. I went to San Diego for a Kohl's Pro Combine. I absolutely loved it out there. The weather was nice. The people were surprisingly nice in downtown. But no, it was a blast. I had a great time when I flew out there.
Kind of along those lines, Ethan, you mentioned being, from the mountains of North Carolina. What went through your mind when you realized you'd be transitioning from that to going to the West Coast and, starting your NFL career in a city like LA?
I loved it. I love to travel. Plus, it's an opportunity for me to keep playing the game I love. So, no matter where I went, I was going to enjoy it. But I'm just so happy. Like I said, the Rams took a shot on me, and I'm just so ready. I'd start walking right now and just get there in 2 weeks. But no, I'm excited to get out there. It'd be a lot warmer out there, I promise you that. But no, I'm excited to get out there and just get to work.
Anyone warn you about the LA traffic yet?
Nope, that's the one part I'm not looking forward to.
Ethan, after 3 days of waiting, what goes through your mind this morning until you get the call?
Well, these past 3 days have kind of been one day because I haven't slept. But
Okay.
I've had the mindset that I had the abilities to get drafted, but I also kind of knew there was a chance that I wouldn't. So I kind of already had it set in my mind, like, hey, if I have to go into free agency and go compete, then that's what I'll do. If I get drafted, that's great, but if I don't, I'm just going to do the best that I can and just go to whatever team offered me, just go give it my all and see what happens. But luckily, the Rams said, hey, we're just going to pick you. So I don't know, my mind's so flustered right now, it's crazy.